This UTR Media presentation is sponsored by Vision Trust, serving at-risk children around the world since 1997. More info at visiontrust.org. During the Backyard Concert Series, we are mainly going all around Nashville, recording different artists, which mainly means, for the most part, nearly all the artists are from the Nashville area, except for this video, where we are joined by Colorado singer-songwriter Teressa Mahoney. Teressa just happens to be in Nashville, in the studio, recording a new project, and we're just delighted that you could be a part of this, and delighted that you're recording new music, which is great. And if you're actually watching this video at the time of the Hutchmoot conference, then you have a Kickstarter campaign that's still active that people could participate in and help support. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it's for my new project. It's called Disillusions. It's a group of songs for people who are at the turning point, people who are maybe in a faith crisis, people who are maybe at the beginning of a new stage where their faith doesn't make as much sense as it always has. It explores a lot of topics that are related to that.
That's awesome. So we will make sure to put the Kickstarter link in the video description so you can head over there if it's still active. If you're watching this way after October, then you just got to keep your eyes open for the new project, which I'm sure we'll be releasing whenever. So, all right, let's enjoy the music of Teressa Mahoney.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks so much for having me here, Dave. I super appreciate it. So glad this worked out while I'm in Nashville. So I want to play a song called Me Too. I think about this as my Hutchmoot song. My first Hutchmoot was like six or 7 years ago. It was the one with Walt Wongren. I think it was the second time he was here. In case I don't go by years, so I go by speakers. But anyway, that year, it was my first year, and I heard this quote by C.S. Lewis multiple times during that weekend, and it was something like, "True friendship begins the moment one person says to another, 'What, you too? I thought I was the only one.'" And at that point in my life, I was just starting to kind of open up to having friendships with new people. I'd been a bit of a curmudgeon before that. I'm still working on it. But that was like a point in my life when I was opening up to new people, and Hutchmoot was such an amazing step for that. So this song is called Me Too, and it always reminds me of Hutchmoot. Well, I walked into the room, didn't know a soul, but she came right on over with a simple hello. And I can't remember all she said, but what I heard was true. When she said, "Me too, me too." Thought I was the only one trying to break through, but she said, "Me too." Well, your poetry's about my tears, however did you know? And I find people like you now everywhere I go. I'm looking at a kindred heart, and I'll care for your soul, 'cause you said, "Me too, me too." Thought I was the only one whose heart was black and blue, but you said, "Me too." So come and join the chorus, gather with the saints of old. We'll sing for all the ages, you are welcome in this fold. And me too, me too. Thought I was the only one trying to break through. His heart was black and blue, broken and made new. You said me too. Me too. Me too. This next song, I'm going to invite my producer up. So happy to have Lori Chaffer working on these songs with me for my new album, Disillusions. She
And
is
I'm
a
happy to
songwriting
be-
teache Oh, yeah.
Happy to be doing it.
She's
'Cause I
taught me
can't get
so
into
much.
your,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
I have to cheat because,
Um,
you know, I just found out about this.
because I asked her 4 minutes ago if she could play on the song. And not just play leads. So thanks, Lori.
You're welcome.
So this song is called Maybe, and it's about that moment when I first had like my big tragedy that caused the deconstruction period of my life. I think most people eventually get something like that, and I remember feeling betrayed by God. Like I had done my part, like I tried my best and been the best Christian I could, and like this thing that was happening was undeserved and just not okay. And it, I mean, you probably are familiar with those moments where your faith just kind of feels rocked. And I've worked through a lot of stuff and processed it, and I feel differently now. But I think it's important to honor that emotion, like that initial betrayal and devastation. Because when I felt it, I felt really alone because of it. I felt like I couldn't share it with anybody, that I was feeling that way. And if you're feeling that way, maybe this song will give you a hug and let you know it's okay, and there's light at the end of the tunnel, and you're not alone. You walked with me up this mountain. Sometimes the pines bent over under snow. Sometimes they glimmered and danced in the light of morning. My feet were on the ground, I was ready to go. I made some grand sweeping statements, said I would follow you into the dawn. Then came the avalanche out of nowhere. I was swept away, and you were gone. I'm bleeding, beating my hands on the ground. I thought you wouldn't let me fall, barely breathing, needing your arms around me. Maybe I never knew you at all. Lying here on a bed of grass, the clouds are stirring. I'm petrified to admit there's so much I don't know. But maybe a drop can't explain the ocean, and a seed has to die before it can grow. I'm bleeding, beating my hands on the ground. I thought you wouldn't let me fall, barely breathing, needing let me fall, barely breathing, needing your arms around me. Maybe I never knew you. Maybe my idea of you was too small. Maybe I never knew you at all.
Teresa is so good. And that's such a gift that you're playing a couple songs that haven't even been released into the world yet. It's kind of like, just feels like a special treat for us to get to listen into your creative process. And thanks for these new songs that are coming out. So excited.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Lori, thank you for playing.
Sure thing.
It was so good. So, all right, we got all of Teressa Mahoney's links on the video description, so you can find where to stream her music, where to buy her music, where to follow her on social media. So definitely encourage you to check out more from Teressa. And if you're watching this at the time that the Kickstarter is still happening, we will make sure to link to that as well. All right, thank you so much again, Teressa.
Thanks.
All right, see ya.